What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here on the run, getting things done, while getting them 10,000 steps in, too. We had Somerset. I've actually taken care of what I need to take care of here, so I'm just doing a little bit of extra walking just to get some steps in, taking advantage of being inside rather than outside. But let's get to the topic at hand. There's a book coming out. Oh, there we go, more loud children. But there's a book coming out that is going to shed some light on the Biden administration, the presidency, and Kamala Harris's campaign. Some interesting tidbits are in there. For example, it was said that they all knew that Biden wasn't right. They knew that he wasn't right long before that whole thing happened. You know what I mean? The whole thing during the debate where he just kind of shut down and you could clearly see he wasn't all there. They knew that. And what's funny is I said that there was no way that they didn't know. There was no way that he just kind of like malfunctioned there in the moment at that particular time. He just happened to on stage malfunction. No. There was talk before that they were kind of shooting him up with something to kind of make him more alert and keeping him, away from the public eye as much as possible. If he needed to go in public and do something, that's when they would kind of pump him up with whatever it was that they were giving him to make him appear to be all together. But man, it was clear as day. The guy would be doing all this, falling over, falling off bikes, falling up the steps when he was trying to get on Air Force One. It was just really bad. It was times that he would just be spacing out. So the general public was able to see this, but for whatever reason, I don't think I'll ever understand what was up with that. Why people, because I know people personally that were participating in the deception. They were convincing themselves that this man was okay when he wasn't. And my concern about this wasn't even the fact that I didn't really care for Biden. It just was as a man, as a human. This guy is not okay. This guy is very clearly suffering from dementia, and y'all trying to pretend like he's not. If this were the other guy that y'all hate so much, the orange guy, you would be all over this behavior, all over. You wouldn't be acting like he's okay when he clearly isn't. There's also mention in there about the fact that Obama didn't believe that Kamala could win. I find that to be very interesting, but not surprising, because remember, at that one funeral, I can't remember which one it was, but they had Obama and Biden together talking, and they had a lip reader interpret what they said. Biden very clearly said, she's not as strong as me. Very clearly. So neither one of them, it wasn't just Obama, neither one of them really thought that she could win. Which is why I don't understand him getting up there and endorsing her in the first place. The Democrats really shot themselves in the foot, unfortunately, when it came to this race. And I say unfortunately because if they wanted to win, they really put themselves in a situation where that was now impossible. Biden was a disaster. He stayed on too long. He stepped aside way too late. That was really selfish of him. And it just overall wasn't a very smart strategy. Biden knew that his damn health was deteriorating. Biden knew that his mental capacity was deteriorating, and he was still stubbornly trying to rerun anyway. Foolishness. And instead of accepting the fact that he was declining, he tried to barrel head first and run anyway, only to picked Kamala with like what, a month and a half to run. So no, they really didn't have a chance. With the time that Biden gave for somebody to run, it was nigh impossible for them to win. But then he gave a nod to Kamala of all people, which before, when she was not running, we all, left and right, we all universally heralded her as being a terrible VP. Terrible. Then all of a sudden, now everyone was pretending like, oh, she was a great VP and you should vote for her. Ridiculousness. So even if they had chose somebody better, Biden gave them next to no chance of actually running a winning campaign because they didn't have enough time to. And then Kamala, with the time that she had, she didn't even use that optimally. I mean, she did get out there a bit, but she wasn't doing enough interviews. You know, even people that were backing her like a mofo, like Stephen A. Smith, were pointing out the fact that she was not doing enough interviews. She wasn't talking to people. Trump was not only doing interviews, he was going into enemy territory. He was going to sit down and do interviews with people he knew hated his guts, going on network where he knew he was basically playing an away game. Kamala Harris was only doing these very short, very controlled interview. Remember she did the 60 Minutes interview, and the teaser snippet that they gave where she was asked a question, the answer she gave was so all over the place that when the final interview came out, they changed it to make her seem more competent. This is the level of deception that they were having to do to try to make Kamala seem like she knew what the hell she was doing when we all know that she didn't. So this book, I don't think I'm gonna buy it, but I wouldn't be opposed to going to a Barnes and Noble and sitting down with it and kind of skimming through it a bit just to see what's what. If I like it enough, I will buy it. I'm not gonna just be a bum and just read the whole thing at Barnes and Noble. I'll skim through it a bit. If it's enough interesting material in there, and just because it's a book don't mean it's all factual. So I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, the book is 100% honest and truthful. No. But at the same time, I don't think everything in it is going to be, embellished either. There's definitely going to be some truth in there. There's definitely going to be some, fantasy, some puffing, if you will, in there. And I guess it's just up to you, the reader, to interpret for yourself which way you think what paragraph you're reading represents. But I'm gonna leave it there though, y'all. I don't know, I might get out of here now, and I got a few steps in. I'm on the other side of the mall now. You guys always see me on the peasant side of the mall, which is really nice. I'm over on the rich side of the mall right now. You can see Coaches behind me. There's Louis Vuitton right down there. What else? So Gucci's over there. There's a Ralph Lauren store down there. There's a Tiffany's. Yeah, this is the rich side of the mall. There's a Burberry store. It's a lot less people over here on this side of the mall. It always is. Some days it'd be really busy though. This just isn't one of the days where this side is super busy. But there you go. You guys finally got me on the rich side of the mall. I'm gonna take my behind back to the peasant side. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.